Hyung, let me ask you just one last question. Sure, go ahead. It'll be hard for me to get any better, won't it? Yeah, I think it might be hard for you to make any more progress than the massive amount you already have. Then. I'm telling you. It all depends on you. You're still not saying that I can't be a starter. I've been here for 2 years, so I get it now. You say no to people who you think won't make it. So, you probably mean that although I can't progress any further as a player, if I keep working as hard as I do now, I'll still be able to shine. Okay, then. I guess I'll work hard and earn money. I'll do my best for the remaining season and raise my worth. So, one last time. Let's shake hands, Hyung. I'm already so grateful to them for canceling the suspension from the PC Cafe incident, but they even blew up my stream and sponsored me. Overwhelming gratitude. Not to mention, this time, I was even given the special opportunity to be in YSM's first official photo shoot. It's nice to meet you, pretty Nari. From the time you had 20 subscribers to now, I've never missed a day of your videos, whether it's rain or shine. Subs. That's from Nari's Suicide Squad days. Damn, Namgung. Are you perhaps Namgung Lavanari? You even remember my nickname. So the rich vice chairman is actually a Battlefield player. He's a real one, lol. Nah, he is, haha. That's it for us. You'll find other people in that direction towards the dorms. That direction, wow. I didn't expect to meet a Suicide Squad member here. From now on, call Namgung Jihun, Big Brother. Big Brother, huh? Yeah, that sounds good, huh? The next place we'll visit are the player dorms. I heard they just finished these yesterday. I'm so excited to see them. One looks enough to see that it's grand. They built these dorms in 2 weeks. I can't believe that after seeing this. Okay. Let's look around now, huh? Heek. What's that? A murder? What? Then who did it? Mr. Joe Sungo? Is that you? Penthouse, huh? My god. Double. Yearly salary. What did I just see? He's faster than Lee Na-eon, damn. Are you okay? It's Sonia Akhmatova, YSM's ace. Kim Jin-soo and Yoon Byum are here as well. Hello. From the looks of it, you must have bought a week's worth of groceries. What should we do? Sonia's starting to understand Korean these days. You're right. It's a week's worth. Yeah, it's definitely not for one meal. Not at all. Doesn't look like it's made to last a whole week. Seems like she's in her growth spurt, hahaha. Sonia. She's running away. Looks like it's really just for one meal. Everyone, don't misunderstand. Sonia doesn't eat that much for one meal. Come on. Chase her. The sausage fell. YSM is a damn mess, hahaha. I thought Sonia would be mature, but she's totally cute, haha. Hey, guys. I think I just found a mukbang genius. I'll ask Mr. President for a favor and make sure we do a collab stream. All she thinks about is streaming. Geez, you're a mess too, huh? She's a streaming fanatic, lol. Nari's a YSM member too. Okay. The next location now is the training grounds. Many people think that Battlefield players only train in the virtual world, but in reality, they also train in the real world. Not just to get in shape but also to familiarize themselves with their superpowers. Are you okay? Young-soo Hyung, what did you do? That was dangerous. How can you launch an explosive projectile at a person? What kind of nonsense is that? I'm a ranged damage dealer. Shooting explosive projectiles at people is what I do. Blah, blah, blah. What nonsense is that? I can't hear you. Ugh. Young-soo, I have to tell the president now. Young-soo caused trouble again. He's going to get fired again. What the hell is wrong with using superpowers at the training grounds in the first place? It's her fault for not knocking and just opening the door when it could be dangerous. He's right. I was at fault here. Oh, you don't have to apologize. You see, no matter what happens in our team, it's all Young-soo Hyung's fault. You could say it's a special step taken by our president. Now I get why Shim Young-soo's better at enduring these days. Haha, so Shim Young-soo was the type to be bullied, huh? Apologize, clap, apologize, clap, apologize, clap, apologize, clap. I'm sorry, Young-soo Hyung. You actually apologized. I knew you were a kid who knows when to apologize. Haha, he actually apologized. Those players were so lively. Haha, they rank first at making fun of others too. They're not Lee Naeon's team for nothing. Now, who's any dash, oh. YSM's official mascot, player, and the center of attention, Pietro and Ella. Why are those two on the roof by themselves? I'm worried that I might be witnessing something huge right now. How do I put it? It's like the atmosphere is screaming, no third wheels, please. That mala soup was very delicious. What cha doin'? Hi eek, why are you so startled? Did you steal something? Kya. President Seo Moon Yeep. Oh, it's Seo Moon Yeep. Can I meet him at YSM too? I feel like she's lucky she didn't get beat up by him. You scared me. You popped up behind me out of the blue. Geez, this is my building. I can be wherever I want. You trying to film Pietro? Give up. If you're all the way here, I'm guessing you've seen most of the place. You gotta leave anyway, right? Buses and taxis don't come up here, so I'll drive you downtown. Ah. By the way, I still haven't filmed Park Young-min yet. Park Young-min? He's probably not even here though. Then where is? Here. Ah, Park Young-min. You're here, Mr. President. Look at you. You've met last time, right? Nah. Nari. What was it again? I'm streamer Pretty Nari. She just called herself Pretty. So, the ID, Anyway, what were you doing here? Ah, ever since I joined YSM after that incident, I help out here frequently during the holidays. My friends are here with me too. I have a shameful past, but I'd like to atone for it, even if it's only by a little bit. I know well enough that my image isn't the best out there. I'm sincerely reflecting on myself and trying to change. Please keep watching me. That's it for today's live stream. Did you have fun watching? To end it, let's hear some words from the president. Huh? Me? Yeah. Just a little comment to end it. I'm going to the UK tomorrow to recruit new members. I'll make sure to recruit someone good, so stay tuned. Ah. Was that supposed to be confidential? The UK? In that case, let's cancel what I just said. Stream ended, see you again next time. I'm going to the UK tomorrow to recruit new members. I'll make sure to recruit someone good, so stay tuned. We can't reveal who the recruit is. We cannot reveal the president's destination to you. Nothing has been decided yet, so. I returned after much trouble 17 years later, so I was planning on watching TV shows and having fun. In the end, I ended up taking up heavy duties like Battlefield or Waran. Why am I even busier than during the Underworld Wars? Still, I've decided who I'm going to bring. So, let's have some fun. These recognition-disrupting sunglasses created by the Underworlders on the order of the Queen to blur one's face. Seo Moon Yeep Tourist Mode On. It's a similar principle to how the High Priest disguised herself as Pietro by distorting light using aura. My ears are itchy. The UK, huh? For a small island nation, it had a lot of huge dungeons. Yeah, it wasn't long ago that it was a wasteland. I can't believe they recovered so quickly. Modern civilization's truly amazing. Took 17 years to restore it. They built new buildings and significantly changed the whole atmosphere. Kayak. He's a mugger. Ah. Some things never change. Get out, mother **** off. Oh yeah, this is what I call good entertainment. This is what I call dope content. What the hell? Ho ho. Thank you. There's never a quiet moment in this city. Who the heck is sleeping here? I hate commotion. Gary Williams, Superhuman England national team player. Ah, Gary Williams. Who are you? Do you know me? Battlefield fan. Ah, right, I'm wearing sunglasses. Nice to meet you. How long has it been? Seal Moon Yeep. Huh, what on earth is going on? Gary Williams home. I was surprised too. I figured I'd look around a bit and then come to you, but who knew I'd meet you on the way? Is this fate? What do you mean, fate? You heard I'm looking for a mercenary too, right? I did hear about it, but I didn't think you'd be in England already. Correct. Huh. Why me? Gary Williams, I heard you've never been to a world championship. Hey, look, are you taking me for an easy guy to call up to Korea because I'm not a world champion? My goodness, listen before you get all worked up. A veteran among veterans who spent 18 years in the biggest leagues in the US, France, and the UK. Despite that, perhaps there wasn't a world championship in the cards for you. None of the teams you played for made it to the world championships. So, it's possible you might not want to come to Korea, a country that's worse than the UK's second division league. However, let's be honest. Don't you want to go to the world championships? YSM is almost certain to make it to the world championships. I couldn't see him in this A match, and if you add the extraordinary ability of Pietro Anela, who just made his debut, along with Sonia's well-known prowess, and the president Seal Moon Yeep, the ticket to the world championship is obviously a given, but why exactly are you trying to recruit me? Great. You're interested in the world championships ticket, at least. That's the spirit we need. Well, the reason I want to recruit you, I'm not aiming for advancement or anything. Warren, if I die fighting him, it'd be over for me. However, to pick out people capable of preparing to go against Warren, I must encounter and experience fighting them one by one. That calls for a level that's at least capable of advancing in the world championships. And the experience of having fought such powerhouses in person is for victory in the world championships. Victory. I well understand your confidence and strength, but the world championships is not a stage you mess around on. However, if you're aiming for victory, why not recruit players who have experience in the world championships? Plus, it's Korea's top league, so I'm honestly worried that my skills will drop before the world championships. What made Walker decide to wear a small shield? What inspired Nathan to build up his strength and rack up legendary kill points? What made Roy Meyer use absolute zero without a weapon? There's a lot more of these tiny events, but that should be enough explanation, right? Korea has me, Seal Moon Yeep. As long as I'm here, my athlete skills will never drop. How about it? Won't you come over to our team? That's a very tempting offer. But, let me ask you one last question. What is it? Where do you think I can improve? That? I spent 18 years fighting as a melee dealer. And the world views me as a player useful in the big leagues, but not talented enough for the world championships. Seal Moon Yeep, what potential do you see in a player past his prime like me who's fighting purely through experience? As you know, I've long favored superhumans who can play a variety of positions. As a melee dealer, you've only ever used your bow as a secondary weapon. I'm thinking of making you a ranged dealer. What on earth are you talking about? Additional buffs upon entering a dungeon. I have an ability that strengthens my body upon entering a dungeon. Body strengthening is a more useful ability for a melee dealer, so if I were to play as a ranged dealer, the usefulness of this ability would be remarkable. Analysis. Target Gary Williams, human. Strength 80/80, agility 85 of 85, speed 87/87, stamina 78 of 78, focus 86/95, skills 79/93, aura 76/76, leadership 62/76, tactics 80/86. Body strengthening, vision enhancement. Vision enhancement increases your vision by 5x in dungeons. Body strengthening increases strength, agility, and speed by 5 each in dungeons. Increases by 10 each in dungeons when acting as a ranged dealer. Conditionally unlocked powers. From now on, you will no longer be a melee dealer with the potential to make ranged attacks, but a ranged dealer who can cover up for melee dealers in case of emergency. What a headache. Casa thought Seo Moon Yeep was capable of bringing the last chance to snatch up the bedazzling gold. Would be doubled 360 million, 300 million, 280 million, the biggest price for a player in Battlefield history. It is expected that Seo Moon Yeep will win in the second half of the KB1 League. He aims to win the World Championship. I didn't even expect him to turn down a transfer for that amount of money. In fact, now he's also going to take YSM to the World Championships. Calm down, Emre. At least we've brought in someone who can compete with him. Someone who can compete with Seo Moon Yeep, you say. No, now that death rays restrictions have been lifted, I'll be the first player to take down Seo Moon Yeep. A position change is the solution to my problem. That's all. That's all. Gary, it seems like you're mistaken about something. What do you know about being a ranged dealer? Besides, switching to being a ranged dealer means there's a possibility of getting stronger, but it's not a 100% guarantee. Do you think your skills and knowledge as a ranged dealer are good enough for the big leagues? I guess you look down on ranged dealers because you can use arrows, but until now, all you've done is have a moderately good eye, get into a moderately good position, keep opponents moderately in check, and join others to fight as a melee dealer. That's it. In fact, that position of yours was so damn obvious that you even died by my hand. Yet you're saying, that's it. Ugh, I don't know what to say. I don't go around shouting this, but 17 years ago, I was the one who taught Emre Casa to use the bow. One of the 7 heroes and the mastermind of the Berlin Blitz, Emre Casa. So, the rumor that most of his tactics and techniques transformed after learning from Seo Moon Yeep was all true. Come to think of it, I had forgotten about it because of his crude and light-hearted tone and actions, but this guy is an insane genius. Great. Let's sign the contract. It's only for 2 years. Anna Williams, Gary Williams' exclusive agent and wife. You. Face the wall. Hands up. What do you expect me to do after deciding to sign a contract without me out of the blue? Even though we built new dorms for players, you can imagine my frustration at having to send Gary to an inferior environment. Phew, who would have thought his wife was his agent? Come on. Even so, we have everything we need, we even have a convenience store. I'm only sending him into the mountains with the thought of training, my goodness. Let's not glare at each other, yeah. Well, although he didn't run it by me, Gary must have had a reason for it since someone as meticulous as him decided this for himself. Oh, but you know, can we perhaps extend the contract period? To 3 years. 2 years. No more than that. 2 years. How petty. Keep in mind you won't get any crumbs if you ask for an extension later. Don't most people avoid saying that in front of the agent? Whatever. Just write up the contract. Euros a week, 2-year contract. Player contract with him deciding to join after the contract period with his current team, 6 months, would end. The UK, Seo Moon Yeep's lodgings. Hello. It's me. Who's me? It's me, Shuran. Shuran. I got your number from Emre Casa. Emre. Is this his revenge for 17 years ago? I've transferred to the Berlin Blitz. I heard you're in the UK. Why not come watch a match? What the, has the news reached Germany already? You see, I'm not the same person I was 17 years ago. Are you ignoring me? Let's see. She said Death Ray's power has increased from 50% to 80%, right? Well, I'm sure she didn't call me here just to show me that. Let's see how much she's grown, huh? The Berlin Blitz players are entering the grounds. That guy's one of the top 3. Daniel Matz, the strongest supporter on the planet, huh? Geez, I wonder if she fixed that weakness. The dungeon for this match is the Pillar of Creation Munich Wolfenritter Berlin Blitz Kurlan Wolfenritter, the Pillar of Creation. Berlin Blitz's opponent is the Munich Wolfenritter. They use their superior mobility to hunt down monsters at high speeds. Munich Wolfenritter, that's right. They focus on collecting EXP points first. The Berlin Blitz, on the other hand, is their usual Berlin Blitz. 2 tanks and Shuran. They're parting with the main team. This is a different tactic than usual. It's the same play Korea's YSM uses to keep the opponent in check. Emre, that bastard. They've adapted the way our team uses Pietro. However, will they be okay with just the Death Ray? Shuran's group, after a hard-fought battle. Berlin Blitz Turlan boss, are facing the middle boss of this floor. The Death Ray will explode soon after. It's sending off a great force. Oh, such power. My goodness. What is that? She took down the middle boss all alone. Shuran, 1 kill. Shuran, 1 kill. No way. So many kills. A refreshing kill targeting the opposing team precisely while it's spying. That means they knew their location. It's the track location superpower that unlocked not long ago. Is this why she was overflowing with confidence? Shuran Death Ray track location Death Ray launches a Death Ray made of aura that destroys everything. Track location determines the location of a specified target within a 3-kilometer radius. The High Priest and Shuran seem similar at first glance as bombing-type ranged dealers. Judging from High Priest's spirit attack, she attacks in continuous short bursts. While she compensates for her weakened abilities by turning wide areas into wastelands through teleportation and continuous AoE attacks. However, the destructive power of each of Shuran's Death Rays is massive, and by focusing on specific targets using track location, a newly added skill, she has set herself apart from others. Sounds pretty good for now. Then let's see if they made up for Shuran's weakness. Yeah. Shuran, preparing to ambush, joins Daniel Matz, who's shining through just in time. Target confirmed. They're the only one within 3 kilometers. Oh, great. Finally, I get to play together with Shuran in an official match. Now, shall we? Daniel, can you give me a chance? I want to test my current limits. Fine by me. Look, it's Shuran. Shuran, 3 kills. Shuran, 3 kills. One of the 7 heroes indeed. Shuran is truly amazing. She eliminated 2 of them in an instant with the Death Ray. I wanted to kill all 4 of them, though. 2 of the players dodged after seeing the trajectory. As expected, big league players are quick to cope. It's my turn now, right? Sprint. Pull. Push. Shu Ran, 5 kills. Target Daniel Matt strength 49 to 49 agility 95 to 95 speed 76 to 76 stamina 62 focus 70 to 70 skill aura leadership 61 to 61 tactics 75 to 75. Push a target within 2.5 meters. Pull a target within 8 meters. Sprint 50% speed boost for 3 seconds. Ha! God damn. Shu Ran found the perfect team for herself. Kurlin vs Munich Wolfenritter 2 o'clock World Battlefield. I'm glad I came here. Wow. It's Mr. Siomuniep. Well. Nice to meet you. Whoa. Hee, did you see my match? Though I know you must be here to see the coach or Shu Ran. Why would I come to see them? You were better. Really? Oh, can we exchange numbers? Sure. How was the match? Wow. I gotta brag on social media. Kinda disappointing considering how much you made me look forward to it. You can't even control one mere superpower of yours, huh? Ha. Seo Moon. Well, other than that, it was flawless. Looking at you now, I can tell you worked hard, Shu Ran. Hmph. You call that a compliment? She looked like she was about to blast her death ray at me, didn't she? I almost got killed here. What exactly is it about me that's the problem? Berlin Blitz BC Clubhouse. Emre, the strength of the team you've created is about having a precise plan. It's like a train that runs on a set track. So, in order to shoehorn Shu Ran into the mix, you acted like Baek Jae-ho and added a check strategy to the plan. I didn't intend for it to go this way either, but I get it. Shu Ran can't control the intensity of the death ray, can she? She aimed at 4 of them but only got 2. Given the death ray's speed and destructive power, she should have been able to take them all out at once. In other words, she lost control when she split the death ray into 4. Although it is a powerful skill, it consumes extreme amounts of aura, so if she shoots it at full power, she can only use it a few times. You know that's been its weakness since the final dungeon. Right? What does she plan to do if she still can't control its destructive power? I know, Siomuniep. Even so, I expected it to work well enough in a real fight. In fact, we ended up taking down all 4 of them. Berlin Blitz is different from China. Shu Ran isn't the only talented player here, so all we need to do is take down the opponents before Shu Ran runs out of aura. Even so, man, if you were going to bring Shu Ran in, you should have perfected her death ray, whether by whipping or scolding her. It's so evident how inexperienced you are. Your rivals, Paris Lumiere, would have figured it out too, don't you think? Those baldies are unexpectedly smart. Well, that aside, if you want to win against Paris Lumiere. Oops. It's nothing. I shouldn't have said that. What do you mean? No, it wasn't a big deal, so just ignore me. Your personality is as nasty as ever. You won't tell us even though you know the answer. You shouldn't do what you're good at for free. Let me show you our club's reserve team and youth team. Teams made up of prospective players placed between the first and second teams. After all, aside from Gary Williams and Pietro Anela, that weird Italian, your team doesn't have any players who can compete at world level. Sure, you have Sonia. But she still needs to develop more. I signed the contract with Gary yesterday, and the word's already everywhere. From my analysis, you have a lot of offense-oriented tanks but only one classic tank who focuses solely on defense, no Zhonghwan. Sure. You know everything, huh? So, I'll lend you a tank. Huh? Will you continue to pay for that tank? Because we barely have any money, we'll pay half. Okay, I'll choose whom to take myself. You don't have a problem with that, right? Here comes the solution by Professor Siomuniep. Emre Casa, you still favor superhumans with clear strengths for their positions, don't you? Unlike me, who prefers versatile players that can play in different positions. You prefer everyone to have their own role, be it a swordsman, an archer, or a mage. Players who stayed true to the traditional roles of their positions, I mean. Why do you think that difference exists? Because dungeons always had countless variables. That's right. There wasn't much information known about dungeons, and we had to respond as per the circumstances. Is Battlefield any different? It is. After all, Battlefield is a game where known players fight in known dungeons. It's not wrong to say that if you can play in your position properly without faltering under any circumstances, it's best to stick to it. But what if a ranged damage dealer gets blocked from two sides? Or a melee damage dealer gets fully surrounded by ranged damage dealers? Or a tank ends up in a situation where there are no damage dealers left in his team? The reason your team was able to survive despite all those variables, is because it has a troubleshooter in its ranks. That's right. The guy who just came to your mind. How much share do you think Daniel Matz has in your team? You're saying that Daniel is responsible for more variables than I realize, at least 40%. He's picking up the opportunities that at least 4 out of 10 guys are letting slide. It may be an exaggeration, but if Daniel Matz had been around for the final dungeon raid, I might have taken him instead of you. This is the level I'm talking about, I guess. So far, you only let Daniel Matz create variables while following the stiff rails you'd laid down. Now you gotta let him lay down his own rails and let the team follow him. That way, while responding to the variables, I can appoint the players with outstanding basic skills that I prefer. I understand what you mean. Okay, now show me the players. Who are you going to lend to me? Hello. Target Paul Collins, human, strength 84 to 96, agility 78 to 79, speed 70 to 70, stamina 81, 90, focus, skill, aura, ability 56 to 85, 69, 84, 42 to 70, steel body. Steel body significantly increases the body's durability by consuming 1 point of aura per second. What do you think? Great, he'll be of good use. He's just the classic tank we need. Send him to Korea as soon as the paperwork is done. Okay. Also, Paul Collins, right? While you're waiting, bulk up. Give up on trying to get more agile by losing weight. Yes, sir. How did he know? Great, then I'll get going now. Wait, Siomunyip. HM. Huff huff. Shuran. I'll be different. Huff huff, I'll definitely be different by next time. Is that so? Don't let me down this time. Okay, I'm all done now. Should I go for more sightseeing? Yeah, as I thought, this really doesn't suit my taste. I should just go back. Are you all done with your plans? Yeah, thanks. Alright, then I'll open the gate. Welcome, Mr. Siomunyip. By the way, I wanted to ask you something. If this is just a passageway for moving around, why is it so fancy? Oh, you mean this place? I don't know, maybe because even among the underworlders, only a few kings were allowed in here. But isn't that a dungeon core over there? It looks like a dungeon core, and at that size, I suppose it's bigger than the core in the final dungeon. I don't actually know anything about that. You see, this isn't the core that keeps this place alive. Huh. So, I tried to see where it was connected to, yet I couldn't find anything at all. I did some research, but as you know, most of my ancestors' records are now destroyed. We tried mining it a few times in hopes that we could use it. However, the exterior was so hard that we couldn't even scratch it. In the end, even now, without enough aura, I have no choice but to let it be. Aura? Do you mean this is a dungeon too? It was created in the same way. However, there aren't any monsters around here. Shouldn't it look like this? That's because every space is different depending on what it needs to be. Unlike other dungeons where monsters are released to get aura from outsiders, there is no point to let monsters loose in a passageway that isn't open to outsiders. You see, the underworld not only has lots of dungeons, but also passageways that connect them. Dungeon core though they can't be used by humans who can't open the gate themselves. So it's like you've dug burrows all over the world, huh? That's how you could pop up anywhere. It's kinda similar. Getting back to this though. You said it didn't get a single scratch when you tried to mine it. Then what are those traces over there? The one who is worthy shall awaken their strength. It's one of our sayings, in the language of the ancient underworlders. A carving of a saying. These sword marks are so clear though, how were they left on a core that no one has been able to break yet? I am the only one who has accomplished weapon spirit embodiment. Hey, Queen. Huh. Is it okay if I break this? Break it? But it was so hard we couldn't break it no matter what method we used. I have an idea, you see. I'll give it a shot if you allow me. What do you think? Ah, don't tell me. Okay. You'll probably protect me whatever happens anyway. Oh, yeah. That's easy peasy. Besides, we have no idea what it is either. Then, it's settled. Amplify, immortal. Weapon spirit embodiment. Such tremendous energy. This intense pressure is on a completely different level from what the screen shows. Remarkable. Not a single attack could break it yet, but, hiya dash. It's been a while. Emperor. Something feels different. This almost seems like the Emperor before he fell. Finally, the one who has realized weapon spirit embodiment, has arrived. I saved this for the next generation savior. What is this? Savior's henchmen can have henchmen appointed to you. If you specify 2 stats for your henchmen, they will gain power beyond the limits those stats hold. Number of possible henchmen. 6. Once one is assigned as a henchman, this status cannot be changed. Please show this to me. It's actually a power left behind by the Emperor. I can't believe even this facility was set up by him. What a ridiculous guy, seriously. Preparing an ability to hand down to his successor before falling? Geez. Still, it's for the better. It might be a great help to you as you prepare against Waran. I'm not so sure. First, I must think about who I should pick. What a mess. Do I have to pick them myself once again? The 7 heroes. YWN. Ah, sorry. Winning the KB1 League lacks so much suspense that I'm yawning full scale now. What does he want to talk about this time? When I brought Coach Gabriel from Paris, I made a promise. I fulfilled that promise by taking YSM from last place in the KB2 League to first place in the KB1 League in less than a year. It's your turn to make the promise. Are you going to stay in the KB1 League your entire life? Not if I picked you guys. From now, our motive is ST 2023 Battlefield World Champions League, victory in the World Championship. Yesterday, I cancelled all my subscriptions to Zone, TV, Snay, Strive, Netflix, Discs Plus, and YouTube. He watched all of that. That means I've got time to kill, man. He, let's give this hell training a shot. Kiki Special Reinforcement Training 01 Sonia Akhmatova Namgung Jihun. Guys. Seo Moon Yeep 60K OA OD Namgung Jihun OK OA 31D Sonia Akhmatova OK OA 29D. Rest come weighted plank 1 hour. What is a weakness unique to Korean dealers? Get it right and I'll let you have some rest. The decisive force of their kill is weak. Yep, but why is the decisive force so weak? Have you given it any thought? Huh. It's only when you keep asking why and looking for the answer that your thinking gains depth. Don't just look on without thought. Keep considering things, got it? Yes, sir. So Ji-hoon, what do you think? B. Because they can't pierce through the tanker line. Exactly. Korean players can never get a solo kill. Why is that? There are many reasons, but it's because an incapable coach prevents players from doing things that will make them stand out. As a result, because they always act passive, they can't make their way through the tanker line. Eventually, while talking about this and that regarding teamwork, they end up only on defense. That really does seem to be the case. Every team has a tank up front with a shield. If you can't break through this line, melee dealers like you are no threat. In the Korean League, everyone's pretty much the same. So it's not obvious, but in the World Championships, it'll come out right away. By maintaining the current status of your skills, all you can do is hang in there. In the end, it'll end up with me running around trying to get another kill all on my own again. Of course, with Pietro on board, it's a lot better. Still, you don't want to be a bunch of wimps who can only hang in there, do you? No, we don't. We don't want that at all. Okay, so the training you're going to be focusing on today is piercing the guard. Now, the two of you, come at me. Didn't this guy say he'd let me rest if I get it right? Yeah. Naeon. Special Reinforcement Training 02 Lee Naeon. You think your current speed is your limit, don't you? You must be relieved at your fame and the level of your skills working in the league. However, you can take your running to the next level. President, let's run like hell. Kaya. Trained, and had fun along the way. STYSM picnic. YSM summer went by. Actually, I'm transferring as of today. The waiting room. The president said he was too busy to come, but I thought I should say goodbye to you guys. I'm going to the Middle East to play for the Dubai Blaze, and I'm being paid $3 billion in transfer fees. Haha. I hope you guys win the World Championship. YSM, take care. Yoon Byum. Oh. Coach, I heard from Lee Naeon that you recently got your license. Yeah, for a motorcycle. But what about it? Come with me. This. It's a gift from President Seo Moon-yeep. President. No. Hyung. Yamaha, you've done something out of character. I'm grateful to you until the very end. After a long, long silence, the second half of the league starts again. YSM vs Sanyang BC. EM vs Sanyang. Sanyang BC vs YSM. All of you worked really hard this entire time. This is the last gateway you must pass before the World Championships. I hope you guys feel how much you've progressed. Well, not that I'm sure this will be enough practice. Thus, the second half begins, which will be within 3 sets. If any of you die, keep in mind that I will kill you. The match starts now. The second half of the season is finally here. YSM vs Sanyang. YSM is the best. YSM vs Sanyang BC. Sanyang BC vs YSM. Against Sanyang BC's stable gameplay, which is based on its robust tank formation, is their opponent who stands rival to teams all over the world, South Korea's greatest powerhouse. The King of KB1. YSM. The battle between these two teams now begins. YSM smoothly finished their hunt in the first zone. Ho. Players Sonia and Namgung Ji-hoon are exchanging some kind of signs. After their attack, here they go. And their destination is. Don't get scared, guys. Battlefield is 7L3S. 70% luck and 30% spirit. It's Dash. It's the enemy. Two-handed descending star. Sonia Tova is definitely strong. She may have put all her might into that strike, but I can take it. 10 for now. I'll have her concentrate on me to create an opening for the damage dealers to attack. Ugh. I've got to hang in there. Sonia, an attack isn't just about going all in with your strength. You need to make a rhythm of mixing in soft and hard strikes. Now, a weak and then, with strength. Sonia Akhmatova, first kill. Oh, player Namgung Jihun is taking action. Hey, Jihun, how do you open doors? Doors? Using the handle. Yeah, but with what? Well, of course. With my hands. With your sword skills, you can do it. Create an opening. And tear them apart. Namgung Jihun, 1 kill. What on earth is happening? How are they stronger every time we see them? Woo! They're even more amazing this time. No one in KB1 can rival them anymore. At this rate of progress, the World Championships this time might have something completely unexpected coming their way. Jo Sungo didn't join this time either. 0000 Oi, what are you doing? You're acting like a puppy who's holding his shit in. Mr. President, the fact that you're not putting me in as a starter, does that mean you're planning on selling me? Are you crazy? Why would I sell you? Huh. You're my secret weapon for the World Championships, so I'm keeping you under wraps. Who? Did Coach Gabriel's nagging about your stats scare you into thinking I'd sell you? You can see it in the matches. YSM is already too strong to stay within our country's league. Your stats are definitely not good enough for you to butt in here. So you're selling me after all. But, Kiki, if you can become stronger than you are right now, that changes things. Become my follower, 100 Jo Sungo. Sanyang vs YEM, 0 World Battlefield. Woo! Seo Moon Yeep, let's move. It's a call from the Queen. I just got the call, too. Hehe, here comes an exciting dungeon raid after a long time. Like you guessed, they discovered traces of something in that dungeon. But they lost contact with the guy who was searching for it. We're going to follow those traces. Hand me the return stone. Huh. Return stone. If I was alone, I could chase the traces of the trail from Aura's movement and act. But to teleport a human to a place without a gate, I need to imprint the designated place on the return stone. What is she saying? You can use it 7 times. Oh, but this only has a few turns left. Just hand it over. You can use it about 2 more times now. You can do stuff like this too. In our civilization, this is the equivalent of a caveman's hatchet. There's no way it'd be hard. There she goes acting all high and mighty again. Wait, can you create a core infinite engine power bike that runs the bike engine with mana stones? You mean your crappy ride? I told you, manipulating mana stones is a piece of cake. Like a caveman's task. Not only can the fuel become unnecessary for it, it won't make that loud noise, and it'll increase the speed as well. That's crazy. Do it for me right now. Whoa dash, don't wanna. Huh. Why? Come on, why? Isn't it obvious? I can't be bothered. Let's bring the first one out now. You idiot, this isn't the place. Huh. I heard you use the passageway. Here's how you move between dungeons. Current location, dungeon, passageway. The passageway is the space between dungeons. Waves of aura will be left behind in the passageway when you move. So you can use these for tracking. Just get to the point. How much further do we have to go? This is annoying. First, we need to find out where the Queen's subordinate lost contact. But before that, we gotta smash through the trap they've set up for us. I have no idea how many more of them will pop out. What's there to worry about? Get out of the way. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. High Priest, what about the traces of movement? I'm following them. This is easy. These guys didn't cover their tracks much. They thought only you or the queen could get in their way, after all. As a human, you couldn't have moved inside the dungeon or searched it. Also, since the queen's efforts were focused solely on rescuing her people, they must have been relaxed. However, they probably never would have guessed that the high priest they resurrected would become humanity's most powerful ally. Yeah, sure. You're so great. Wait. This is the explorers sent by the queen. Seal Moon Yeep. Huh. It looks like we've arrived. What is that monster? I've never seen this species before. I guess it's a monster created by mutating Serpen. It wasn't created while I was alive, though. Why would they create a monster like this? Are they trying to instigate another war with what little force they have? Analysis. Hey, this monster's immune to analysis as well. I don't think it's alive. You're right. It shows no signs of life. I think it's still a work in progress. Well, if it's still incomplete, can't we just destroy it before it gets finished? You're not wrong about that. However, if we get close to it, they're going to ambush us from all sides. That's probably true, isn't it? Those sneaky bastards. We need to pull them out from here, then. Amplify. Throwing Kaifek. Oh, looks like there's some big fish in there. Come on. Don't just hide in there creepily. Come out all of you. You managed to lure out a lot of them. Ha, that's a lot, huh? You go and squash that snaky monster. I can handle these other little monsters just fine on my own. Oka. He didn't even let me finish. He seems more like a monster than they do. Stop. The monsters are retreating. I see. They showed up. The first high-ranking priest and the fifth. You were alive as well. Target high-ranking priest, Underworlder, strength 37 to 37, agility 66-75, speed 60-60, stamina 51-51, focus 82-82, skill aura 84-84, ability 184 to 184. Biomanipulation. White smoke. Biomanipulation drastically reduces the amount of aura needed to manipulate a creature's genetic information. White smoke turns aura into a toxic white mist that blinds and poisons enemies. Seal Moon Yeep, the creator of this serpent monster, is probably the fifth. The first high-ranking priest we were looking for has become a high priest now. Target fallen high priest, Underworlder, strength 95-95, agility 93/93, speed 82-82, stamina 89-89, focus 31 to 100, skill 82-82, aura 245-188, ability, Cult Pledge. Warrior's Memory, you follow a being far across time and space. Receives aura beyond measure. Pledge, by pledging loyalty to a being far across time and space with your soul as hostage, you receive aura beyond measure. Warrior's Memory, recreate the martial arts of a warrior you have actually seen. What? I can't do it then. That way, you and him have the same name. Is that even important? Just keep calling him the first then. The first one has gotten stronger than I remember. How did he progress so much in such a short time? Well, maybe it's that. Your queen said that her aura grew after being chosen by the primordial light, remember? This guy seems to be a similar case. The monster in CH69. The problem is that the primordial light isn't the one who gave him power, though. It was Waran. You mean to say that Waran is granted that power by a source similar to the primordial light? Seal Moon Yeep. You have to defeat the first at all costs, and block that door from opening. I was planning to do that already. The monster's soul has reached a level where it's mimicking the primordial light. I can't even begin to predict that monster's physical strength. Let's provoke the first a little. For what? Oi, you idiot. Primordial light. What a load of crap. You're a voice phishing victim, you stupid moron. I get that your civilization has been destroyed, but do you really think that the primordial light would talk to a third-rate bum like you? You smartass always fail at being objective when it comes to yourselves. Why you blasphemer. See. Works, doesn't it? Somewhat despises him. How dare you insult him? You dare oppose him even after witnessing this great power granted by him? Target fallen high priest, underworlder, strength 95-95, agility 93/93, speed 82-82, stamina 89-89, focus 31-100, skill 82-82, or a 245-188. However, that guy's strength is 95, his agility is 93, and his stamina's 89. He has higher stats than most superhumans, and, phew, that's right. Even so, you can't win against me. I see. Okay then. If you don't get what I'm saying, I'll make sure you feel the power given to me by the primordial light. Warriors, memory. A master of the sword. A true warrior. Could a mere mortal like you handle him? From the tomb of 10,000, the Emperor. Come at me, you weak-ass humans. Hey, do you know what humans call characters like these? What do they call them? Brand fucks. I'll take this guy. You get the rest of them. Sure. Attack. Where are you looking? Oof. Is that all you got? First, I'm about to show you the Emperor's true power. No, you're not. This skill, and that one too, I've already seen them all. This is boring. You lowly human. Not only do you dare to follow my moves, you dare to inflict a wound on me. What are all of you doing? Hurry up. Take down that human and kill Seo Moon Yeep. What on earth, don't get distracted. You seem pretty relaxed. Weapon spirit embodiment, for someone weak as fuck. How? Only the Emperor is capable of weapon spirit embodiment. How come you can do it? And no way, yes way. Burke. Experienced the Emperor's supreme swordsmanship. I killed the great Emperor 2 times. Wah. Warrior's memory. First. Human, what on earth are you? What power did you just use, and why are you calling me first? Isn't it obvious? I'm the one who appointed you. What? Ah, that's right. Right now. I must look like another human being to you, right? I see you disobeyed my advice about not taking on commands you can't handle. This is the result of that. Priest. Hi. Don't tell me you're possessing a human body. That's right. I still have work I must do. Then why are we together with that human? Because the subject of your belief is not the true primordial light. The primordial light I believe in isn't the real one, you say. How dare you oppose him? Calm down. To tell you the truth, the one you're believing in right now is Waran. Shut up, you sinner. Destroyer of the greatest civilization. As if it wasn't enough that you pretended to be a prophet, waged a war, and annihilated our people, now you're a traitor who stands with humans. Above all, you're trying to refute his very existence. Is that what you think? So, did he order you to create a creature like that? What? All sorts of hideous abominations have gone into its creation. A monster that can absorb aura by using its own breath without limit, but it has no control over the action itself. Were you really sane while creating a monster like that? Why would the primordial light need such a monster? Ramble whatever you want, you traitor of the greatest civilization.